Hello everyone, this is Trevor and we are working on Lab 9, SQL Injection Attack, listing the database contents on non-Oracle databases. So we've got a SQL injection, it's a union attack, and we're retrieving data from other tables. There's a table that holds username and passwords. Notice that we're not given the name of that table. So we need to determine the name and the columns it contains, then retrieve the contents of the table to obtain the username and password of all users, solve the lab. We're going to log in as the administrator. All right, so once we have a confirmed SQL injection, we're going to list the other tables, find one that is likely to hold the username and passwords, and then extract those. Once we have them, find the password for administrator, and then log in. Okay, well, sounds good. So let's create our script. We're gonna do, what is the name? Listing database contents non-Oracle. Listing database contents non-Oracle Pi. Let's open up our template. All right, the first thing we want to do, let's validate the SQL injection and start listing database contents. So we'll do shop equals shop. We need args.url args.noproxy. We probably need a session, do we? Let's leave it out for now. And then we're doing a union SQL injection attack. So we need to figure out number of columns which contain text. We've done that before, and we did it, retrieve data from other tables here. So let's take this stuff and move this into another file. I would say for, oh, we already have it in utils. Sweet. All right. So then how do we use it? We just do like this. That looks good, and that. Add in the utils there. Utils here. And text columns. All right, so we should have, let's just print this out so that we know what we're working with. Let's go to here, open the lab. Please remember to like and subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. I'd appreciate the feedback. All right, we've got the site ready. Let's do Python listing and throw in our script or our URL. So we've got two columns, and both we can insert text into both. Sweet. All right, the first thing we need to do is we need to list what other databases are available. So if we go to here, database contents, this is what we want. So if it's Oracle, and the instructions say it's non-Oracle, so it's going to be something like this. Select from asterisk from information schema tables, and then in each of these, we don't know the database type, let's see. We do have MySQL running. Exec, not Oracle, MySQL. So select asterisk from information schema dot tables. I think that's right. There we go. Let's do limit 10 just so we can see. Here's the names. And remember, we can only get one. This is interesting. So this table schema, let's limit 10. Let's add a conditional here where table schema equals SQLi. Yeah, that's better. So we probably want a not equals. Well, how are we going to do this? Let's just get them all because we're not limited. We'll just get them all. Unless there's another, isn't there like a public? How do you do, or we could do not. So if it's not equals SQLi, yeah, that works. So we could do like in our script not equal MySQL if the database is MySQL. So maybe it's best if we determine the database type. MySQL. That's not going to be very good because look, we've got information schema here. We don't want that either. Let's see what else we got. We got table name. So this is the column that we want. Table type, engine, version, row, table category. Is that important? Let's go back to where we see, no. So we see SQLi there. All right, well, I don't see anything else. What I'm looking for is something that tells me this is a user installed database and not a, built-in database that runs the application. Let's check. This doesn't have. All right, but we can just do this. Select table name from information schema and tables. I don't like this. Let me check my notes. Let me get the URL and I'll kind of show you if I find a good one. So I'm looking up databases. Let's check MySQL. All right, so let me show you this. These are my notes for MySQL. So list all databases. Select. Interesting. So notice that this is different than what they have. Let's see what the difference is. This is databases. And we don't need that. We know that. Where table schema equals exactly what we want. We don't know this yet, so. All right, well, this wasn't any help. But that's all right. We can just do select table name from information schema.tables. We'll do that first. So here is where we're going to exploit it. And our exploit is going to look like single quote. Let's do double quote, single quote, union, select, table name from information schema dot tables dash dash space, something like that. All right. You know what we can do, since we know we're looking for something. Well, let's try this first. All right, so we know that in our shop we have a function for get category, and this is just going to add what we give it to the end of the category URL, and then request it and return the response. That's what we want. So shop.get category, and I forgot what I needed to give it. Nothing but the category. So that should work, and we will get a response back. Oh, you know what? We need to create our nulls list. So nulls equals a list of null times num columns. That'll create the list, and then we want to replace the first one, nulls text columns 0. So we're getting the first available text column, replacing that entry in the nulls list with what we want, which is table name, equals table name. And then here we're going to edit this so that it's union select, and we need, remember, we need to join that list nulls from information. So we need an F here, and we need to join this. So this dot join nulls. This will be, what should we name it? Well, we can just name it nulls. That's fine. Okay, so we build in a list. We modify the first text column in that list, and we join it back together in a string, and then we insert it into this query. Let's print response. That seems reasonable to me. Let's go like this. See what we get back. Oh, I need to response.text. My bad. All right. Well, we definitely got tons of tables. See, we just have th. So if we looked at this list, if we regexed for something with user, there's user mappings. I don't think that's what we want. PG user. Well, that's cool. So we know, we have a good idea it's Postgres. You know what? Let's see, now that we know that it's Postgres, let's start up a Postgres SQL guy, and I don't think docker ps-a. I don't have one. I have Oracle and MySQL running. So let's run a Postgres, and then select asterisk from information.schema limit 10. Oh, information underscore schema dot tables. This is what I was thinking about, and the last one is public, because if we don't do the limit 10, all the built-in ones, or the ones that we don't care about, are going to have a different, see, this one's information schema. Yeah. So public. So, and this column is table schema. So if we wrote our query like this, select asterisk from where table schema equals public, that will get us, you know, a much smaller set of tables, which is perfect. All right, so this is what we want. From information schema tables where table schema, let's just copy this. And then go back here, add that right here. Remove, whoops, this. Let's try that. Get us a smaller set to work with. Did it? Yeah, it definitely worked. Look, we've got 2 tables now. Perfect. And obviously it's going to be this one. So we can get the name. So what we need to do is get that name. We want to do that. We don't want to hard code this because I imagine that this is not a hard coded name. So we'll go back to trusty old regex. And our pattern equals re.compile r, and then here we want th, this, we want users. We want to capture this whole thing. So I'm going to start with the capture group, users underscore dot asterisk question mark, in the capture group, and then do something like this. And that should work. So we want pattern, well, m equals pattern dot search resp dot text, and let's go ahead and print. We'll print both m0 and m1. All right. See how we did. Sweet. So we did capture that table. This is what M0 looks like. It captures the whole line that matched, and this is just our capture group. Perfect. So we can do users table equals M1. Now we need to know the columns within that table. So let's go back to our database, and actually let's go back to this. Select, so this is what we want. Select attributes from information schema. Let's copy this just to this single quote. Let's paste it here, and SQLi. Oh no, we want like actor, because SQLi is the database, actor is the table, and we're trying to get the columns within that table. All right, so this is what we want. Column name. Column name is what we're looking for. So let's put that in here. And so we need another nulls, all of this. columns, table name, nulls join, union select nulls from information schema. It's not tables this time, it's columns. Columns, where column name, where table name equals table name equals, and this is where we're going to put in what we grabbed, and that we named that users table. Once we get that, let's go ahead and print the resp.text, see if we made any progress. Oh, and we got to put our logs in. Let's see. I don't see that we did anything good. Select nulls. Table name. We don't want table name. We want column name. Column name from information schema columns where table name equals users table. All right, so here I'm going to log this, log.info, found users table and users table. Let's do log.info getting users table. And of course, you all can put your logs wherever you like. I like to have a little bit more than is necessary, but I'm okay with that. Found users table, and then log.info getting columns from table. All right, sweet. We can see password and username. So we're going to capture those again using regex. And let's see, we can do this. We're going to do that twice. Compile. We want, instead of users, password. We'll grab the password first. Search. And this will be passwords column. And then we will do the same with the users. Let's comment that. Passwords. User names. We want to change this user name. Username column. Passwords. Let's just name it password column, username column. And then, so once, let's log.info got username and password columns, and we'll put username column comma password column. Put these in the brackets, and then we'll do an F string here. Right on. And then we just need to grab the contents of that user table. Let's print username column, password column just to make sure. Well, we already have the log. Could have just used that, but let's make sure we got it good so far. User password. That's right. Now we need to select the usernames and passwords. So you remember we've done that already. We need to do another nulls like this. Nulls, num columns, column name. This is not what we want. We can do here we want the user column, name column, and we are going to use both since we have two and we need usernames and passwords. Let's just use both. So one will be password column, and then we're going to select that from, we're not going to do from information schema this time. We're going to select it straight from the user table, which users table, which we defined right here. And we're not going to limit it. We could. I mean, we only want the administrator, but yeah, let's just get it all. Let's plunder. All right, and print resp.text. Let's log this. Log.info getting user names and passwords from database. Okay. And there we go. We've got username, password for administrator, Wiener, and Carlos. Sweet. Now we just need to extract the administrator password. And we did this before. I don't remember. It's not login. It's got to be this one. Yeah. This is why I want it, because we don't have to rewrite this different, regex. This one has, so table header with the username we're looking for, and then anything in between with a table data cell as our capture group, which is exactly what we want. Table header, table data. And then here we're adding on the flags, multi-line, and the asterisk or the dot will equal every character, including new lines. Perfect. So password equals this, log.info dot administrator password. Now we just need to log in. We can do the same. This. Okay. Well, I think that was it, but pretty cool. We had to determine the table names, then the column names, and then extracted the data we wanted from those in order to log in as administrator. So assuming this works, let's go ahead and give it a try. We've got this bad boy solved. Session.get. Dang it. The login page requires a session. I gotta figure this out. Session dot requests. No. Requests dot session, and we'll just provide here. Look at that. Lab is solved. Very cool. Boom. So I like this one. This is what you'll see in the real world. You don't know the table names, you don't know the column names, and you have to build out in order to, extract that stuff. I don't run into a lot of times where SQL Map will work, and that may be just, my lack of knowledge on how to get SQL Map to work. But as an example, yesterday I found a SQL injection in an app I was testing, and it would work. SQL Map said it was time-based, and then there was Cloudflare in the way. So SQL Map was giving me bad information slowly. So I wrote out my own script, and I was able to figure out how to do it with Boolean-based, and we'll see this, those type of SQL injection later. With Boolean-based, I'm able to run multiple threads, so I can get results, the correct results, back faster, much faster than SQL Map can give me garbage, results. That's the power of, what we're doing. And in that, I don't know the table names, I don't know the column names. I know what I'm looking for, which is usually username, passwords, or something like that. And these are the steps I have to go through. I have to get the table names, and then the column names, and then finally extract the data from those tables and columns. Anyway, enough preaching, but I do really like this script. We'll probably need to, take some of this out and codify it, make it usable by other stuff, especially the get tables. Sorry, don't know why I couldn't think of the right word. Let's do that right now. We've got time. I mean, this one's a pretty short video, so get database table names. All right. We're gonna take all of this. This isn't gonna work because we added the table schema equals public. This means it's only gonna work for Postgres. So we'll wait. We'll make it. We'll do it again differently down the road. Anyway, all right. Sorry to waste your time. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. All right. Thank you very much. Goodbye.